born in Hancock. My grandparents were Finnish immigrants. My parents spoke Finnish until they went to school in the Pipe River School there in Chassel Township. I was raised on a dairy farm in Chassel Township, and I went to the Chassel Township schools and graduated first in my class, and went from there to MIT in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I have to tell you, when I walked into my physics class, there were more people in my physics class, freshman physics, than there were in the whole town of Chassel. So it was a big jump, and took me a year or two to feel like my small school background. I had overcome deficiencies in the small school education, but I did overcome them, and I did graduate from MIT. After that, I worked in industry at East Kodak and for the Environmental Protection Agency in Durham, North Carolina, in the Office of Air Quality Planning and Standard. Well, then you'll have to move forward if you can't hear me, Michael. Sorry, I can't speak any louder. Okay. Sorry, I have to get back. Where was I? So I was away from the area for about 13 years, and we moved back when my husband took a job at Michigan Tech, faculty position at Michigan Tech, and I had 2 small children. So we returned here where it's a nice, safe, healthy place to raise children. And I realized as a chemical engineer, there weren't going to be very many opportunities to join an existing company. And we were hesitant to become a 2-career family at Michigan Tech. People still think I work at Michigan Tech, but I do not. So I started a consulting business specializing in air and water technology, mostly working from a home office, and writing proposals. I had private clients. I worked for EPA as clients. And as we were doing our consulting business, we were doing some consulting for these small firms that were in the Small Business Innovative Research Grant, and they were getting grants from the government to develop wild and crazy ideas to solve technical problems and build a business and widgets to solve particular problems. Keith Johnson, you got your start in that arena too, SBIR. A number of Houghton County businesses have used that route. So a collaborator from Florida State and I wrote a proposal to the Army Corps of Engineers on a drinking water issue, and we got it. My collaborator was going to do the chemical evaluation, and I was going to do the microbiology piece, which of course you talk about businesses being started in your garage. Well, you can't do microbiology in your garage or your basement. You can't get the reagents delivered to your house. So I rented space. You look around, we have space everywhere, but where's the space appropriate to build a laboratory? And I finally found one that I could kind of make into a lab. And for microbiology, we put tarps on the floor so we could wash the floor instead of having that stuff in the carpet. And I bought tables because the office was empty. One of those is that $39 table from Shopko, so I could set up my equipment on tables. So you talk about running a business from your boots. I barely had boots, much less the straps to pull them up. But we were successful because we were smart and we had good people that we could rely upon. And we got to phase 2.